The second generation of the Kospet TANK smartwatches is here, and we're going to unbox them today. First, we're going to look at the rectangular TANK M2. Inside of this one, we have got all kinds of good things like MIL-STD 810H certification. We have got a 380 milliamp hour pure cobalt battery with 5 atmosphere IP69 waterproof and a 1.85 inch Super HD display. Need I say more? If I do, here it is in the specs, but that's not all. Here we have got the TANK T2. This is the round version now of what we just saw in the rectangular one, with a bunch of other things added to it. For example, in the back of the box, we've got, check it out, an always-on display. We also have the 5 ATM waterproofing with Bluetooth calling with one switch. Did I mention you have Bluetooth calling on here as well? Yep, both of them support that. And here's the other specs on this one. Are you ready to go for the reviews? Me too. Let's talk about the TANK 2. How's it different from the T1 Pro? Well, first of all, the T1 Pro isn't available anymore. I'm pretty sure they've discontinued it. It's not on their website. The TANK T2, coming in with an AMOLED screen display, not TFT, a larger diameter display, and a lot of other goodies as well. You can pick it up directly from the Kospet store. It's exclusive, launched on Christmas Day 2022. So what's it got inside of it? Lots of goodies. Let's look at the specs quickly. It's a full metal body. It conforms to the MIL-STD 810H. Wait till you see the review on that. Oh my gosh, it's coming up. 5 ATM, of course, waterproof, an IP69, that highest specs available. You got 70 different sport modes, hi-fi Bluetooth calling, not just regular, and one-touch capability. A huge 410 milliamp hour battery, which of course will support the always-on display, and I mean really nice always-on display on this one. You've got smart sleep tracking, and again, a 1.43 inch AMOLED, always-on 466 by 466 pixel display. A little bit more, here you go, the CPU, the memory, heart rate sensor, pedometer, all of these things are listed. Let's begin. This is a true example of a company getting things right. Really nice packaging overall, something you'd just be proud to give as a gift. It's a box. It looks like it's supposed to slide in and out, but it doesn't. There's a lip here that you open to reveal. Look at this, all the inside information. And it dives right in with this military-grade testing that these watches are subjected to. Look at all the things it has to pass in order to be in your hands, on your arm, wherever you happen to go. Very, very impressive. Everything is laid out in a nice little case here. You have the band, of course, it's removable, that we'll be putting on. You have the actual watch module itself right here. And then you have the charging puck as well. Now, we've got a cover on the watch module like this, and to show you, you've got 2 buttons here, and it even has information, says rugged style right there. It's charging ports are here. The speaker looks like a jet engine intake, doesn't it? The speaker's right there. Microphone is on this side. It's a really nice brushed aluminum, kind of a gunmetal look to it. That's the module. When you lift up the packaging, you see that we've got the charging puck here that comes out this way. Yeah, I've done this before. Otherwise, I'd be fumbling like I usually do. Inside here now, we'll play with that in a second. You've got the wipes to be able to put a screen protector on here. Actually, I believe it has one already. Looks like it right at the edge. And but this is another one. And you've got the information and all of the components you need to make that happen. And then, of course, the TANK T2 user manual itself. Now, I want to tell you, these guys are really doing it right. Beautiful manual laid out in color with all the information you need. There it is. It fell out from inside here. That's what goes in the little pouch, and that's the glass screen protector for this watch right there. About the watch keys, how they work. You've got 2 of them, what their purpose is, the charging puck as well with the you don't want to short these out. And this is what I want to tell you about. All you've seen so far when we review these watches, that they pair with an app. And usually it's DaFit or FitCloud Pro or something like that. Well, check it out. Kospet, the watch company, the ones that are making this, have their own Kospet Fit app. QR code to download it. Link in the show notes will take you right to the Google Play Store. You can download it that way as well. This is the app you're going to be using, and it means that Kospet has full integration between the watches they're now putting out and the app that they'll be running on. You'll see that when we get to the app. You go to the App Store, Google Play, you download Kospet Fit. You come in here, and going to tell you how you go about pairing it. Now remember, there's 2 pairings that have to happen. One is for the app, so you can use it, and the other is going to be a pairing for making and receiving phone calls, playing music through the watch, all of that stuff. So you got the audio settings for pairing as well. Really straightforward and easy. When you have it all set up, you'll be able to make calls, do all of the things that you want to do as if you were tethered to earbuds in your ear. Yep, it's a kind of same type of Bluetooth connectivity for making Bluetooth calling. Here's your settings briefly to go through that you can get to. You've got app layout like this, or linear, or another version of it you'll be seeing. And then the settings on the sports mode. And this is fun, sports recognition. If you turn that on, it will automatically recognize a handful of different sports if you begin to do them, even if you forget to push the button and start recording it. Here's the official community for Kospet. You can download the user's manual you just looked at in a PDF format, and they've got tremendous overall support. Going to put it together for you. Here we are, all put together. Press on the power button. We'll excite it and turn it on. Give it a moment, vibrate it, and there you go, into the opening watch face, which, by the way, matches the one that was stuck to the front of the watch. You can have it in 12 or 24-hour time. Got it in 24 since we're in the afternoon right now. We're playing with this. When you swipe up, you get into all kinds of things. Twist your wrist to see the time, the overall brightness. These are the different layouts for looking at your apps, including a circular one as well as linear. That will turn on the Bluetooth calling, and we'll do that in a little bit. Do not disturb is right here. And you can turn it always on for all day, do not disturb, or you can automatically set up a schedule if you'd like, and do that all in the watch. You don't even have to worry about connecting to the app to make it happen. Set your start and end times, and you've got it made. Or like I say, you can go right into it immediately, and it'll stay on until you turn it off. Over here, you've got the alarm turn off, so you can silence it if you want to. Same thing for vibration. There, it's vibrated. And you can check your battery for low power mode. And when you do this, it'll take you to the lowest brightness setting and will disable all of your reminders so that you can extend your battery life. Settings we're going to go into, but the lock is interesting. I can move around, right? But if I hit the lock, everything is locked, and it'll tell you that you have to long press to unlock it. So if you're swimming or ruggedized out in the weather and you don't want this thing to be accidentally bouncing around, you can completely lock it out. When you press and hold that, press and hold, I think it just timed out on me. There we go. Now we are back again. There we go. All right. Settings we mentioned is here. Now you've got the watch faces and themes. Let's look at some of the different watch faces. We could get to these, of course, by pressing and holding and sliding, but we can also look at them here, and they are vibrant, beautiful watch faces. Look at these guys. Now these are all the stock ones with all kinds of information on here. Very colorful. Very well done. This is one of the custom faces that I downloaded because I want this to look as an elegant nighttime dressy watch as well. And with that kind of a watch face, it really takes that character on. What were we doing? We were in settings. Here we were, and we were doing watch faces. Here's the always-on display. I can turn that on. Of course, it's going to shorten the battery life, but you can do it. And watch faces for the always-on display, you have your choice of this or this, analog or digital. What you want? You want to play with the analog? Okay, there we go. Now, when it times out, it's going to go into the always-on mode, which is a nice feature for these watches if you don't want to have a black screen when you glance at your watch. It'll actually show you the time. And that's what it'll be floating around when you're wearing it until you twist your wrist and it comes back, and it'll go to whatever face you have. Sweet. Really like this watch. Really like this watch. That's the always on, and then you got your overall themes, and we've got theme 1 going on here. Let's turn to theme 2 and see what that changed. Let's see if we go back into our apps. And now we're in the bubble theme instead of the linear theme. Remember that one? Of course, I can go back into settings and change it again if I want to. And that is everything here. Theme 3 looks like this. There we go. And that just rotates around. If you want something, you can tap on it, and it'll go right to it. And if you want to know what it is, it'll show you what the words are as well. But we're going to do it in the standard linear style. Let's walk through these since we're already here. We've got daily activities. That's going to be your step count information. Here's where you make a call. You got contacts, call history, and your dial pad. Tethered to the phone, you can do that. We're going to do heart rate, blood oxygen. We've got your different workouts, cycling, swimming, tennis, hockey, spinning, yoga, bunches of different activities available for you. Blood pressure is available. You've got last night's sleep time, weather in your area, a music player, messages, breathing exercises, just showing you basically all of these. This is new, the voice assistant, so you can use Google or Siri, depending on what phone you're tethered to. SOS is where you can set up a link to make an emergency phone call if you're within Bluetooth range of your phone and you've got it all activated. The toolbox is where you have little things like stopwatch and timer, a flashlight, find your phone, even a calculator in this one. This is a nice, decent one as well. Then you've got your settings and female health. So if you're a lady and you are registered, wow, it's really washed out. I got the brightness so high. It's actually saying menstrual period. So that's where it is in the cycle for this particular setup. And then, of course, settings, which is where we were when we began this. We were looking at all of these things related to the watch faces and themes. Now we're back to settings where we can go in and change the language if you want to. And these are the different languages that are supported. Oh, wow, it is really flies when you swirl through these. Lots of different languages, and you've got your date and time. Of course, it's going to pull that from your phone, and you're all set up, but you can actually set it 12, 24-hour time and date and everything there. I switched it back, by the way. I like to work in 12-hour time. Sport recognition. I mentioned this at the beginning. Can you read that? It's basically saying that if you turn this on, the watch is going to use a little more power, but it will automatically recognize when you're doing any of the following: walking, running, cycling, elliptical, or rowing. Yep, rowing even. Amazing. Brightness, we've seen that setting. Sound and vibration. You can change your vibration strength if you want to. You have media audio, so you can play it through the watch, and you have silent mode, and you won't hear ringtones except for alarms if you turn that one on. Twist your wrist to see the time. That's available right there. And, of course, we saw it when we swiped down. Your overall do not disturb. Here's where you download the special app. Again, QR code for their Kospet Fit app, which is their own branded app. Take a look at that soon. The system information, we can reboot, turn it off, reset it. No about on that. I guess that's right here. The Tank T2 is the name of it. So there you have all of this information, and here's all of the apps, and we've checked just about everything. The bottom button will take you immediately into your different activities if you want. Swimming, of course, waterproof watch with that MIL-STD capability, and it'll run through here. And of course, you can see play music if you want to when you're connected remotely, and you can pause it or stop it from here as well. So you're really set up very well with this particular watch. It was picking up my heart rate as I was touching back here. So I'm going to dive out of this one and switch us over to the app now. Oh, I forgot something. Before we do the app, as happens when I jump around, I want to show you a couple more things. Here's a digital face. It shows you've got active buttons here. I changed the 24-hour or the always-on time to a different face right there. I can go in and I could play music if I wanted to. I could initiate phone call if I wanted to, or I can go into my sports activity. This face has the active buttons and a lot of data on here as well. When you slide over to the side, you get your step count information, and you see the breakout in the last 6 hours or so, and your total number of steps, your weekly steps. Really, really sweet. This is last night's sleep time. Look at how colorful it is. Now, you can't touch and see information, but you'll see in the app you can. You can also swipe down and see your time in actual deep, light, awake, and REM sleeping, and that's all color-coded for you. Here we are in our heart rate, and there's your continuous heart rate over the last several hours. Here is the resting heart rate computation each day. Folks, we haven't seen this before. This is new. This is really detailed information on a relatively inexpensive, super hardened watch. Here we are in blood oxygen, of course, using red diode technology. It's measuring, and it'll give us a number. Generally, it's about 95 to 100. Come over here, we're going to get into measuring blood pressure now, systolic over diastolic. Neither of these give us like our last readings or our averages. That uses green diodes, and it takes it a little while. But look, it's got the scale for 0 to, the last 24 hours. So there's probably some settings we go through to set it all up so you can get that information. Here we go with weather. It's in centigrade right now. You've got forecast information on this one. And here you can add other components if you want to. You could add calling with your contacts, it looks like. Workouts, the music player. Let's go ahead and add the music player. And now it's there as well. Cool. Okay, switching to the app. Kospet Fit from the Google Play Store. Only about 100 downloads on this thing so far. It is brand new. It's really fun. Here we go. I've already set it up, paired it with the watch, and jumped into it. We got our current weather forecast. We've got the step information, basic heart rate, sleep, blood pressure, blood oxygen, and that's it. Now, dive into any of these. Here's our breakdown by hour for today, and basic information there. And these are the automatic things it's picked up on. I didn't start any of this. It did it on its own. I try to walk about, 250 steps or more every hour. And so you see in the hour range, it's giving me my overall step count, distance traveled, and so forth. And you hit more, and you can go down further if there is any. There you go. All the way back throughout the whole day. And of course, you can change days easily right there. Really nice. Heart rate. Oh, wow, look, you can touch the chart, and it's going to tell you what your heart rate was in 10-minute increments. Touch above, you go into it. There's the chart again, broadened out with a little more detail. Minimum, tranquilization state, and maximum. This is your average, I think. I don't know. That's typically where I live, is in tranquilization. I love that. Got up to a stress relieving, but then there's fat burning and so forth. And all of this, of course, the ranges will be calibrated to your age and gender and all of the stuff that you put in the overall setup. So you got that for heart rate. Are you impressed? Is this an app that they thought really hard and long to develop? I agree. Here we go. Sleep time. Nice colorful chart. Tap any of it. Tells you exactly the time frame you were in that particular zone or space or whatever. Really nice. Your breakdown in deep, light, awake, and REM, and a little bit about the overall quality analysis of your sleep. Change days, show you weekly, monthly, all of that's there. blood pressure. Haven't done this yet. Let's dive in here. I can hit a start. I'm going to do the blood pressure here from the app remotely so that it can activate it, and which shows you any of these biometrics can be taken directly from the watch. So if you're on a treadmill or something and you want your partner to check your blood pressure for you, you're wearing the watch, they could do that. Of course, you need generally for all of these to stay pretty still to get a good solid reading. You can see the line changing thickness here. And there we go, 112/72 it says, and it's going into the always on display. Twist it and it should come right back there. And it looks like it's going to do another one because it timed out. Anyway, normal it basically says, and it'll accumulate these. It's not appearing to do 24-hour blood pressure every few minutes, but let's stop that because it started over again and come out of here. Whoops, I'm hitting it too many times. There. Okay, so I got a blood pressure reading. Now, blood oxygen is continuously taking its reading, and it's doing it every 10 minutes, it looks like. And look at this. In the middle of the night, I had a couple of... I can't slide it. You have to actually try to hit it right on. A couple of low ones down here at 92 at 2:50 in the morning. Could be an error, or it could be a sleep apnea that it happened to catch me when I was holding my breath or something and have a low reading. If you see these showing up, especially during the nighttime, might be a flag for you to look a little bit further to investigate if you have a breathing problem while you're asleep. Nice to see that it has the potential of catching those. Minimum, average, maximum, your overall readings by time. Okay, so you don't have to just hit the thing. You can scroll through and see when you hit the low points and what they were, which was way back there. There you go. Low blood oxygen, 2:50 in the morning. And another one at 12:30 in the morning. What would be nice is to go in and look at your sleep analysis and see what state of sleep you were in. Of course, you can instantaneously take a blood oxygen reading right now if you want to as well. This lets you turn off or on any of these at your leisure, so they'll either appear or not, or be, making those kind of measurements. Sports, this ties your GPS in your phone to the watch. Take your phone with you. You'll be able to do these different things. And, of course, the ones that would rely on GPS, like walking and running, would apply. Hit go. You'll get your chart. You can change the information in here. Even have a voice broadcast. That's nice. Broadcast frequency. How often do you want it to talk to you to tell you how you're doing? You can audition that. Wow. It's coming out of the watch. All right. Anyway, it's got a person talking right there. Oh, and that's everything for this. Let's go back over to the watch now. The watch is called the Tank 2. Got about 95%. Here's our different watch faces from the dial center, and it's broken up into groups. If you like the sporting type like this, you can come in here and it'll show you a bunch more of them downloaded from the server, so it's filling them in as we go. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on these, just to give you a quick glance at them. These are usually thematic kinds around seasons or activities. You've got mechanical ones, digital ones, space-related. Here's our pointers. This is where I found the one that I downloaded that I really like myself. And, of course, you're connecting to the server, so it takes it a little while. But all kinds of different analog watch faces in here and more. That's the one I'm using right now that you saw. So your pointers, you got your custom dials, you got My Dial, what you've downloaded, and you can edit all of that. Lots of capabilities. Bluetooth call settings. Here's where you can sync your contacts or disable the call function. Of course, you can do that from the watch directly if you want to. We've got heart rate monitoring turned on, and you can set a high and a low warning, so it'll let you know. You also have your blood oxygen setting. You can set a time period, or it'll do it all 24 hours, and you can set the range every 10 minutes up to once every 6 hours if you want to. Nice capabilities there. Call reminder, SMS. Fast reply is interesting. You can edit these things, and from your watch you can do a quick reply to a text that comes in, That's really handy if you really can't make any contact other than to let them know you'll get back with them. And of course, those you can always change, and you can turn that on too. New features we're seeing in this app, very well thought out. App reminders, your overall sedentary reminders. There's your twist your wrist to see the time. From the app or the watch, you can do it. Do not disturb. Here's where you set up your SOS emergency call. You can add it in here or from your contacts when you have them set up in here as well. And then your universal settings, shake to take a picture, find your bracelet, which is vibrating and making a sound. Okay. Yeah, we hear you. We know you're there. Bracelet looking for mobile phone. You turn this on and it will let you know if you're too far away from your phone, so you might have forgotten it, right? You got your units, British or metric, and your languages. We've already looked at all of that stuff, and here they are again. So you can change them either from the watch or from the app. Sweet, huh? This is the Tank T2 we're looking at today, but we've already taken a look at the Tank T1 and the T1 Pro, and I thought maybe you'd like to get a really quick refresher from the watch. We slide over here to our audio, and whatever you've got queued up, Spotify, YouTube, whatever you want, you tap it.
Greetings and welcome to SmartWatchTix.com.
There you go.
Great day. I got 2 brand new
coming right out of here.
And
I know some of you guys have wanted to do this to me for years. When you have a talkaholic like me, it just goes on and on and on.
Really cool. 70 degrees centigrade. Again, convert to...
Well, wouldn't you just like to dunk me to shut me up? Okay. There you go.
P6.
You hear it? Disappeared? Bring it up.
It's water. This thing's seriously waterproof. 5 ATM and so forth.
Yep.
Took a look at...
Wow, very nice. Very, very nice. And of course I could lock the screen out if I wanted to. You see, you can't actually move it when it's underwater.
Nuts, right? Fool me one time, shame on
Oh, it's replying pretty good. But not underwater. Oh, gosh, my diodes are flapping on. All sorts of stuff. Wow, okay, there we go. Where do you get this puppy? Oh, you can get it directly from Kospet. They have a Christmas sale thing going on. This is actually coming out Christmas Day, 2022. I'm sure you're watching this after that. We've got a decent price on it, and there's a discount coupon going on. Check it out in the show notes. We got the link over there, and appreciate it if you use that link. It lets them know that you watched the video here, and that helps me get more of these watches to show you. Thanks for watching, you guys, and we'll see you again soon. Come back here. Where did I go? I want to hear myself. Hello? Hello? There you go. Just got to get the water out of the speaker.
Let's go deeper in the box. No, let's show you where you can get it.